Sorry, was I muted?
Yeah, you can
sorry
go
about that. Yeah, so thanks, Purva. What a privilege tonight to have Salvatore and Maria here to talk about Leonardo. It's a brand that I've really loved from the very start. I bought a few years ago one of the Endless Pens exclusives. It was the red and gold version, Il Bacio del Diavolo, and it's such a wonderful pen, and that kind of started my journey with the brand. And you know, it's a pleasure to have Salvatore in our Fountain Pens UK Facebook group. And of course, you know, as soon as we were thinking about candidates for tonight's talk, you know, Salvatore immediately sprang to mind because, you know, what a fantastic new brand, what a fantastic story, family history, all the rest of it. So great pleasure to welcome them for tonight's talk, and I'll hand over to them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, first of all, thanks for your being here tonight. We are very happy to enjoy with you this small interview or chat, just a chat with you. And what we do is to enjoy and work for you and for us and to make good writing instruments. Well, as you know, we are a family and we work all together. As our father began 45 years ago, maybe also more. Now, yeah, maybe it's more, 50 years ago.
He started before the Delta in the writing instrument.
He started when he was very young, younger than us, for sure. And what we can do is that when we were child, we always we were always in that world. I can remember the smell of the celluloid or of the resin in the car of our father. And I remember that he made for me some rings with the materials, the pen materials. So as you can imagine, it's part of us, you know. So it's when we were younger, we started to do different things. He was a designer. I used to work with the sport company, but in our blood there was the pens. We also worked for Delta Pen. Me, I was in commercial department, but I stopped with Delta before they close up. And Salvatore used to work with our father. So and it's why he knows very well the production and all the things that need to do with the production. And so we, at a certain point, we decided what we want to do in our life. Just sit down and think about that. And so we decided that our life was everything was with pens. So we decided to open our company and to stop everything that we did and change our lives. That it's not a very change because we came back to the origin. That's it. And we tried to do to begin and with this company and improve our being, because that's it. And it's why we every day we study and we try to make new research and for new materials, new feeds, new techniques, everything. We try to listen to the market, listen to you.
What we want. what you want. Sorry.
What you want, what you enjoy.
What you ask, what the market asks now. In our opinion, the market now prefer the essential, not baroque, no, not touring, not true metal, but the essential design. Nice nib, obviously, nice filling system. We are improving our piston that we produce in house, and we are introducing also a must of Delta Pen, a must of Ciro Matrone, made in the past. The lateral level will be a news next year. Maybe
it's
a lot.
Spoiler. No one knows that.
Yes.
It's a secret, please. If not, we will find everywhere.
The lateral level is a lot of fun, but is a very vintage style. We want to mix the new material, the new concept, color, fresh color with the vintage style. Italian vintage style, like Columbus, like old Omas, like as Ancora, for example. Obviously, you know very well the vintage style, the Italian vintage style. We want to mix the design with the design of a clip, with the filling system, color. The corporate of our brand is based on this concept in general. So if you want to ask something, feel free to ask as you want.
So Andrew is asking, will you have your own nibs come next year?
No,
Cioè avremo i nostri ci stiamo lavorando.
Yes. we are working on it. We started with the fine and medium size. We produce the mold for cut. The first step is the cutting. Second, the mold press. We are working on issues in our design, not similar to Bock or Job or etc. We start with our design in obviously vintage style. We are working on the gold for now, only on the golden nib, because the gold is it's possible to work on flexibility and also other thing. Okay, it's I don't want to tell you all, but I think that for the end of next year we have our nibs, our nibs in 6 millimeter and after we start with the 7 or 5, but now the last step is the fusion of iridium point with gold. We start with the regular regular flexibility, and we are working on the shape, soft and flex, but in vintage style, not modern. We prefer to the flex vintage, so we are working on the gold, on the La Lega, così dice.
Solid gold.
Solid gold, okay. Thank you.
Perché togliamo il gioco? Non li togliamo.
No, we are in next year. We continue we go on with Jovo, and we are also working with Bock again, because we explained to Bock what we want. Only for now, only for the golden nib. So we shipped and sent to Bock department, the design department of Bock, the feet, our color. So we are asked a special nib for us with our design, our logo design. So the next step will be print the logo, stamp the logo of on the nib. No more laser engraved. I think the quality of stamp is much better, obviously.
I can read that someone loves Jovo and someone loves Bock nibs, and I know it's we have Bock team and Jovo team, but it's okay. I mean, we want to satisfy everyone, and we want everyone to enjoy the writing, and it's why we try to use both nibs, and it's why we want to use our feeder with the Bock nibs, and we are working on it. I mean, we produce our feeder, and we want to adapt the Bock nibs on our feeder, because we think that our feeder are I don't want to say, but we love our feeder.
The new design on the nib will be the wing, only one wing of the phoenix, because it's a mythological bird. It's very fascinating, the history. We like the wing. If you notice, also the logo have 2 wings, because the name Leonardo, because Leonardo work on the fly machine, as you know, no, is is very famous, the design. So we recall the wings on our logo. We want to continue with this concept, and we want to go on with this concept, and with print a wing on the nib. This is a spoiler also.
Too much spoiler.
So, too much spoiler.
Okay.
Soft, yes.
What we can do is, if you want, you can write us and your thought about nibs and so on, so we can we can think on your ideas also. What we are a small company, and it's why we love to listen to our customer, to our lover, because our world is a really small world, and we really like to know you and your thought, because what we do is, what we want is you to enjoy your writing experience. So if you want to, can write to our
Yes,
emails.
we are open. You can write also Alexandra, for example. Hi, hello. We talk by mail about some problem about nib, about plating. We improved the plating on our nib. We work every day for improve all details on our fountain pens. We solved the problem with the steel nib, with the gold plating and black and rose gold plating on the steel. It's because we now are using the PVD plating, the same of the watch company that use the watch company, the best watch company in the world. Is very strong, so it's impossible to to
default for
to
go away.
Scratch.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
perfect.
What has been your favorite material design this year?
Il tuo materiale preferito?
Okay, I like the celluloid. Obviously, the smell of celluloid is fantastic. The nuance, the style, the image. It's impossible to reproduce again the celluloid with the resin. But I like the spaghetti resin a lot. I remember that first time Delta used on the Kanaka Maoli, the indigenous people collection. The spaghetti was the same of our Hawaii, Momento Zero Hawaii, for example, the best seller. So we are working on 2 years ago we start to work on the spaghetti resin, but in another concept. Maybe you know our next pen, because 2 years ago we start to go on spaghetti, but in different cut. The horizontal cut 2 years ago. In July we start to test the pens on our website, because we use our website for testing some materials, some color, and we start sold the prototype of spaghetti sand, but in mosaico concept. Okay, this is a
Wow.
okay. This is a spaghetti resin, but is different. No, it's different cut. It's horizontal, because you can see here the mosaic. And we noticed that people, the collection, our fan, like a lot. We sold out old prototypes, so we start now we are producing the Momento Zero Grande. This is the shape. We this time without the steel ring, because we want to assemble also the 8 nib. So we are working on the shape of the section, because the 8 is very large. So we prefer modify this part. Okay. Again, another news, because we want to start to assemble the ebonite feed, of course, the ebonite feeder, of course, ebonite feeder for 6 and golden nib, and ebonite feed for 8 golden nib. But we start to assemble also the ABS on the Momento Zero Grande, because we cut some money. I hope to start with the 230, 220 with the ABS feed, and then as usual 300 euro for the ABS, for the ebonite feed and steel nib. This is the news, but this is based on the spaghetti sand, and this is based on Hawaii. Beautiful effect, very nice effect, unusual. This is Hawaii, blue Hawaii. Okay, and this is the mango.
Wow.
In mosaico. So we have three. We 2 years ago start to work on this concept. Today, after 2 years, we are happy to introduce this concept. We call our supplier in Italy Sintetica, that maybe you know, and we asked this concept. Now, on January, we will start to sell these 3 new colors.
So, Joe asked us how long does it take to perfect these designs? Well, it's because we are a very small company. It's we take it depends. The time depends, because we do many things. So we try to do everything in a small time, but not always it's easy. For example, on this concept we starting to think 2 years ago, and now we are ready to work on it and to sell it out. Also because we want to make it perfect, as you can. We began to sell it with this ring, but we understood that with our experimentation, I don't know, we understood that we can do it without, so we can do it with the 8 nib. So everything comes step by step.
We design our pens by hand with the pen, with the fountain pen on the paper. And the second step is produce the freeze prototype with a manual lathe. Very often we ask to Ciro, to our father, to help us to produce the freeze pen with the manual lathe, because he has the experience on the section, on some details. Another thing that we improved in the past is the piston. The piston with the wrench that maybe you know, the tool for disassemble the piston is very important for us, because now we are shipping everywhere, in Japan, in China, of course in Europe, but also USA, Australia. Sometimes, not very often, we are lucky. But sometimes the people have the problem with the rubber inside of a piston, or with the other parts. Now we are selling this. È possibile poi fare la manutenzione?
With this, you can wash your pen. You can do everything. You can play with your pen.
No, you can wash, but you can replace the rubber inside the plunga. You can use the silicone grease.
You can study and see our secrets inside, so you can reproduce it. Okay, but it's a way to be transparent, you know. So you can see everything. You can wash. You can do everything. And
so you can pen. Tu non la manderai indietro a noi dell'assistenza.
Okay. So if you need to make some adjustment and so on, you can do by yourself. Obviously, you can always call us, write us, and so on. But we think that with this tool, it's easy to have an exchange. I mean, I can tell you how to do something. Not everyone knows how to do this work, this job. So
it's very important because this is open, and
yes, you can fit. You can use
yes,
it
you can,
also with
yeah,
other pens.
Yeah, you can fit. Yes, you can use the branch for all our piston. Momento zero grande, momento magico. You can use this one. Also for the limited edition, this is the Art Deco. Okay, in this case we include the package, include the branch in the Art Deco. So is good. So you can disassemble the Art Deco. I think that in this way your pen can live for life, forever. It's very important. Imagine that if you have a problem with the piston, with another brand, for example, okay, you have to send back in Italy, pay the custom 2 times, because the factory have to pay the custom, you have to pay the custom, a lot of problem. I think very impossible. We prefer to be open in this way. You can also pull out the feet with the nib and disassemble all the pen. It's very important. I think this is the future this is possible
I don't know if you can see, but
to see inside, to wash with water. It's easy, very easy. The next step maybe will be the possibility to disassemble the clip. So it's important, I think, to be open in all sides.
I'm sorry, maybe we forgot some questions. So if you want, you can write it down again. I'm sorry, but too many.
So I can read some out if you want.
Okay.
So John asked, how many people work in your company?
Well, we are our family plus.
Okay. 5 guys that work in Polish department, and 3 in Polish department, 2 in assembling department. another person in the quality control, check every pen, and I on the nib, and Maria Francesca on commercial invoicing or customer care.
My own pen is momento magico.
No one.
All the pens, maybe.
All the pens. Yes, a lot of pen. Too many pen. We produce by handmade some special edition, and we put on our website. We sold out all. For the end of January, we will have other celluloid vintage style that you never have seen. Never new.
Super new.
All the celluloid that new on the market. Celluloid that have 40 years or 30 years.
Tonight we are doing too many spoilers.
few pens.
Andrew is asking if you're going to do a vacuum filler. Have you thought
The
about
vacuum filler? Yes.
It's on the list.
It's on the list, but I have to work. We have to work on. We have to start.
It's on our project, but slowly. We have too many things on our mind, so we will do step by step.
We have a lot of things to.
We have too much ideas, too many ideas.
News. But it's important for us. What do you think? Which is your favorite filling system? You have to help us to understand what you want, what the market in this moment want. Suggest us. Plunger filler. Okay. And then
There was another question asking if you will do another batch of the primary manipulation.
Facciamo altre primary.
Okay, we start.
If Brooks wants.
Okay, the primary is fantastic, but all the resin of Jonathan is stunning. I love it. I bought 4 years ago some rods, and I produced by late some prototype. 4 years ago or 5 years ago, Leonardo didn't exist. We produce a few pens. We noticed that a lot of other brands start to work with Jonathan. So, like Visconti, like Narval, I bought a Narval pen. I like is nice. We asked to Jonathan to start to produce some exclusive resin for us, and we are talking with another producer of resin. So we start. We produce. We produce a primary manipulation 1 again. Is on the list. I open March, and we produce also again the Bohemian. We produce the Bohemian Twilight in Momento Zero Grande for Casa della Stilografica in Florence, but only 43 with 6 nib. Yes, thank you, Edmond. And 10 with 8 nib, but few pens, because our other shops are asking, everywhere in China, in Europe also are asking the Bohemian, because I think the Bohemian is one of my preferred resin of Brooks. Is beautiful because it's a mix of classic with turquoise, brown, bronze. It's crazy, very crazy, but sorry.
Now we are
a
super question about celluloid.
So many questions about celluloid.
Why it's not made anymore? There were many factories in the past that produced.
No, many. Mazzucchelli produced the celluloid in North Italy, but you have to understand that the market of pens is very small, is too small. The big market for celluloid is the eyewear, the glasses, sunglasses, the glasses. They prefer to produce the thin lustre.
Sheets, just sheets. Thin sheets, and stop.
Not
high. More the high sheets that we need.
It is impossible to produce the celluloid pens with the thin. The celluloid is very dangerous, too dangerous. In Italy, it's impossible. Flammable, yes, it's dangerous to produce. Mazzucchelli prefer to go on with production, but in China, only from everywhere. No, for glasses. Io penso che il motivo è l'infiammabilità.
Yes, it's because it's flammable and it's very dangerous, and sometimes the fire come up, and it's why they don't want to risk.
La legge italiana.
The Italian law don't help these factories
to produce this dangerous material.
And they need too many rules, and they have to pay some taxes more and so on. So many people are not happy to produce
the law in the European law, and also the Italian law does permit to use some chemical liquids or elements for produce the celluloid again. And I repeat, the pen market for big company as Mazzucchelli is a small market. The pens is the world of pens is very small for the big company as Mazzucchelli. So they prefer to go in China to produce the celluloid. Yeah, the concept of the cuspide is very similar to arco, but it's not the same, obviously. It's different. The look is the warmth is completely different.
It's just an idea, but you can't compare it to celluloid. We wanted to take that idea, but we all know that it's resin.
I have some doubts to produce again the pens with cuspide, because the cuspide is very expensive material. A lot of part is defective. So for make 100 pens, I have to order 1,000 rods. So it's very expensive. That's why the cuspide is it's quite expensive. So
it goes a little bit. It's higher than our usual pens, and because of this hard material, and we usually want to make pens that are affordable, not too expensive, and maybe this is not easy on this material. And that's why we are thinking not to produce with this material anymore.
Maybe in the future, but
as you know, we are open.
The
so
company,
if you want, we can make it.
But the company that produced the resin, the cuspide resin material, have to improve the quality. So because it's impossible to, otherwise it will be impossible to produce again.
I want to explain in the material we found a lot of holes. Because it's assembled in a different way than the other resin, and it creates some dots. When you finish the pen, you can see some dots, and like the cheese, you know, it's and it's we can't sell that kind of pen, and it's why we have a lot of.
Another news in January will be, yes, the Mosaico Sand, Mosaico Hawaii, and Mosaico Mango, and an entry-level pen. For us, it's an entry-level. The new Messenger with some detail, different details, and obviously different resin. Wood, yes, will be the same. Yes, the wood material is another news. We start, I hope, to introduce the wood in March, or maybe also for the end of February. We have some woods, some kind of woods in the factory, in our stock, ready to be. Oh, sorry. So we start also with wood in February or March, more or less. But I prefer to not very expensive pens with wood.
Another question was, did you sell nib units separately? Would you, or
Sorry?
do you sell nib units separately anywhere?
Yes, we sell nib separately. Yes.
It's Rose was saying she couldn't find it on your website, so maybe you could share a link later.
Okay.
Not on our website, because in January we will introduce the nibs. Now it's possible to screw the ABS feet, and the next step will be to screw and disassemble also the ebonite feet. So it's more easy. No more to pull out now, because it's difficult also to test the nib after.
Yes, right here is our retailer, and has
yes, all retailers now, all our dealers everywhere sell the nibs.
Yeah.
By going back to Bock, is there any chance you're looking into titanium as well?
Okay.
Sorry, we couldn't hear you.
When you mentioned you're going back to Bock as well as Jovo, are you going to look into titanium nibs as well?
Titanium,
maybe. Titanium is expensive, not as the gold, but I asked some titanium nibs to box, but before was more flex. I don't know now. Something changed in Bock company. I remember that was very flex. So we ask why, and we'll see. Maybe we ask to Bock again the titanium.
My experience, I have 3 No. 8 Bock titanium nibs.
Yeah.
One of them is with the box stamping, and it's abroad, and it's the worst one. One of them has no design, and it's beautiful, amazing. It's a fine nib. And the medium is laser engraved, and again, it's fantastic. I think when they stamp it, I don't know if it adds more structure and the pines don't move as freely. I suspect it's something like that, because the one officially from Bock with the box stamping is the worst. The ones that they sell to pen manufacturers with, you know, without anything, I found just from this 3D.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree. But in Delta,
so it's inconsistent.
In Delta, my father, we used the titanium nib in Delta because they produced the Galassia and titanium, two fountain pens, very, for me, beautiful, very nice, very essential design. They assembled the titanium nib, was very flex, very flex, very elastic. But without logo, yes, plain, completely plain, was very flex, yes. But it's quite expensive.
Very nice though. When they're tuned, I think it's a beautiful material for nibs.
Yeah.
It's another story.
It's another story.
It's another story. How we feel with the launch of Delta. We tried
to buy the brand, offer some money for buy the brand. In May, noi abbiamo partecipato, we attended. Okay, and we made an offer for the Jew, and but there was another person, another buyer that had more possibility. The brand, the property is of Mr. Guerriero. Mr. Guerriero have a factory, of a leather factory. The name is Guerriero Pelletterie, based in Naples. I think that he met the ex-partner of my father, and we start to relaunch the Delta pen. But the property, the owner of a brand is Mr. Guerriero.
Well, what we think about Delta is that the soul is different than the name. So we go on and we are happy of our job, and we will go ahead, and that's it.
It's strange because we does work the guy that worked in the Delta. The soul of a production are with us. The best polisher, the best guy with every reparto.
Part of
every part of
production, the assembling, and so on. So, and it's why, as I said, it's the soul. It's different than the name. So we go ahead and we do our best, and so we do our best. We hope that it's. You can enjoy our pens, and then
for us, Leonardo is another story. We want to go on with our ideas. We want to break with the past totally. we want to go on our way with our idea, with our material and our news, and stop is another story. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, our father turns our pens, and it's life, and he puts everything in. I think I can't imagine our father without his pens and his tools and his ideas on making pens. That's it. I don't know. I can't imagine really. when he did 60 years, we made a cake with a big pen on it, so you can imagine it. Slabs work, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think also that the world of fountain pen is changed. A lot of people now. There are a lot of young collectors, also a lot of nerds of fountain pen. The world is completely different from the past, I think. No, yes,
Yes.
yes. In fact,
Yes, it's good.
Agree.
Yeah.
A lot of material as Brooks. There are a lot of supplier, a lot of material makers in the world, in Europe, overall in USA. So yes, it's good. A lot of competition. Thank you very much for ask to us to be here with you.
It's we don't have a favorite retailer.
No, we have
some retailers are friends nowadays, so
yeah.
but it's okay. We are okay with everyone.
We meet very often the Marco Stilografica in Florence or Stefano in Roma, Novelli, because they are very close to us. Stilo e Stile, Mario Ornella from Stilo e Stile. But we have a very nice relationship also with Pen Chalet, Gold Spot in USA. We never meet. Maybe I hope very soon to travel again, and we want to meet our retailers in USA. And also in UK. We are working with Bright here, a very nice person, and so also in Japan we have the distributor.
The country where we sell most, maybe it's America, I think, but maybe because it's too
also,
big. But also Europe.
We are increased the business in Europe with Appelboom Stile Stile. Very big work. Also Appelboom are working a lot. Very nice.
Also Tom from Gold.
But we work a lot with the Tom Oddo of Gold Spot. Very nice person.
Yeah.
I also Pen Chalet. in these days. Next week, I hope we will ship a very nice Momento Zero exclusive for Gold Spot. It's important to us, also for the customer, also for the shops, to have the exclusive pens. So is better for the customer and better for the shop. Something different. So we work a lot on exclusive limited edition. So yeah, Gold Spot, very nice person, Tom Modo, very nice. He believed in us for the first moment.
Yes, we want to make an exclusive pen for UK. It's okay for us.
Yeah, yes. If you have idea, you can talk with us by mail. You have our mail. So also John have our mail. So we produce a lot of pen, no, a lot. Some pen for the club, the fountain pen club in Italy, for example, in Naples, and based on Momento Magico, for example. And but if you have an idea, want your pen for your club, we are open. We can talk about. We can base on our design, Momento Zero, or Momento Magico, and there will be another shape based on the classic design, but another shape, and we add it from I hope as soon as possible. I hope in April or March, we'll see, or before, let's see. Yes.
There's another question on what differences would your father see to the business now?
Well, the differences are, we should do this question to him, but what I can imagine is also on the nibs. I mean, maybe now there is a different concept. Before, the pen was a gift for a degree, or I don't know, some other things, also for babies and for children and so on. Now it's different. The
audience is different.
Yes, the expert. So everything has to be perfect, and we want it to be perfect. And while before, if a nib didn't write properly, was not a so big problem. Now the nib is
the soul
is super important. It should have to be perfect. Can't scratch, can't do.
Also the strategy is different. We prefer to sell few pens, okay, not more pen, and we want to choose the shop, the retailers. We have few retailers. We don't need a lot of retailers. In Italy, for example, our country, we have maybe 10 shops that sell Leonardo, because we want, we have a relationship. We have a partner, the partnership with the shop, with the retailers. This is very important. For example, Stile believe in us, and we produce a lot. Some exclusive pens, like tropical, like frosted. We sold out all Momento Zero, the last one, Nebula, for example, sold out in 10 minutes. It's important.
The website went crash.
We prefer, for example, the Art Deco for not more pieces, 400 pieces, sold out. We don't have this in stock. We prefer that the shops don't have in stock the pen. We prefer to sell very quickly, very fast.
Yes, quality, not quantity. Yeah.
Quality and not quantity. Yes.
And it's why we have a small company.
Yes.
We don't want to.
We prefer to be small.
We don't
Okay,
want.
we don't want too much stress,
100
and don't want
people.
stress the market, and don't want stress the market. Don't want stress the distribution. This is important.
Also because we check the pen one by one, and it would be impossible to check million.
Like Ferrari, no, Ferrari, no. It's too big. No, it's important. How many? A question. How many retailers make discount now with Leonardo Pens? Maybe few or no one, because the pens are the right quantity for our market. This is I think that's important. I remember that Delta, for example, my father produced the limited edition 2,000 or 3,000 pieces. After they produce only 500.
Maybe it's less stressful for the company because you produce a large quantity, and it's easy to give the pens. While when we produce 100 pieces per color, for example, for the Art Deco, you have to check and don't sell more pens than how you produce. So it's crazy. It's not easy for us, but we really do our best to do everything in the right way.
Another very nice test, and also the partnership with the Figboot, the blogger, the American blogger, David Parker. Very interesting business. 300 limited edition pens with the Carolina, the material, with the exclusive materials from Brooks. It's important, the partnership. It's a new way to sell. I think it's important to a new way. Today is important, the new way for selling, not traditional, but open the pre-seller on website from the blogger. We are the first in the world that made it. I think that other company will make the same, will do the same, but we are the first one. We are crazy, maybe. Yeah, Figboot is wonderful, very nice person. The video is very nice. Maybe he have to improve the quality of picture, Edmond, because maybe 300 pens in 1 day is a big goal. I'm very happy, but I think that if we had very nice picture, better picture, I think that we can sell 500. So it's the picture, the quality of image is very important. Maybe it's the first time for communicate, for the communication.
Chi fa le nostre foto? Fabio.
My friend Fabio.
Friend of us.
Friend
He's
of
a
us.
friend of us.
I met Fabio De Rosa. He works in not only on still life, but in the fashion, in the fashion, wedding fashion, and he used the Nikon, and I like. It's very fresh, very fresh. I met Fabio in 10 years ago in a 3D design course class. So we are friends. First of all, we are friends. Cos'è questo? What special?
Cosa verrà di speciale?
I don't. I told you a lot of news, so I have to stop now. Too much spoiler. We'll see. We'll see. We have a lot of new shape, nibs, color of nibs, filling system.
We have a new project with the UK fountain pens.
It's also important to have all range of price for us. We start with the messenger, Momento Zero, Grande, and then the celluloid. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you very much for your time. Really looking forward. We should.
Your time, and sorry for my English.
Oh no, not at all. Not
Sorry.
at all. Thank you for.
I must improve my English, so we'll meet again.
Well, it would be lovely to have you again.
I hope to understand that we love fountain pen. We love our works, and we want your suggestion. You are the market for us. You are very important for us and for the future of the fountain pens.
If you have any ideas, you can write us and help us to do fresh things, fresh pens, and whatever you want. We are here.
And try to sell, to make new business. Meet also other member of UK Fountain Pens Club, and we can do the fountain pens, your exclusive. You can start.
That is definitely something we can. So I'm part of the admin team with John here, and we'll definitely get in touch with you. I think that's a great idea. Thank you for the offer. I think everyone will be very interested.
Leonardo.
Yeah.
But you can continue with the other plan. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Does anyone have any more questions?
I just want to say, going back to what you were saying, we should definitely meet again, not to improve your English, but because you're both so interesting to listen to, and you know, very passionate, and there's definitely a friendship forming here. So English is fine, but the passions of fountain pens, they can continue.
Yeah, the same passion that you make in your works. I see your work is fantastic. I repeat, thank you.
Very kind. Thank you. You're very kind.
Thank you very much.
I have to say the pens that you guys make, they motivate me the most. You know, I have a lot of pens and different manufacturers, and it's very interesting to try everything. But usually when I get a Leonardo, it's ideas start to go and the heart is going, and you know, it's I have a whole list of things. So yeah, no spoilers, but there's more pictures to come.
Grazie mille. Thank you very much.
Grazie.
My pleasure.
If you okay. Other question? Not okay.
Will you be able to come back next year to give us another talk?
Okay.
Maybe even sooner than that.
Well, yeah, next year. I mean, I didn't say what time next year.
What I'll do now, we'll stop recording, but you're more than welcome to stay. We do sit and chat for a bit, but if you have to go, that's okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Grazie
Bye.
mille.